the first time I saw her was my junior year in college, and she was singing in between the dorms at OU. She sang the Black National Anthem and floored everybody, including me. It was unreal. For one, she was so strikingly beautiful. She was a light-skinned black girl with a big afro, you know. Didn't look like anybody else on campus at the time. Nobody was wearing their hair like that. So she drew your eye, and then she sang, and your jaw dropped. Like, what? Who is this person? But I didn't meet her then. I was too scared. But I saw her one night out, and I just approached her, and I said, hey, you don't know me. But she was sitting with people that I knew, and I said, I saw you sing twice, because I saw another time. You are an unbelievable singer. Well, you should know that. And she said, thank you. My friends were just talking about you. And I said, really? So I sat down. We just started to have a conversation. And it just hit it off, man. We talked for 3 hours on the phone, first time we ever hung out, you know. So that was who she became to me. She became the person that got all of my stories. She was a lot of stuff. She went to Norman North High School and went to Whittier. So she was a Norman kid and had a degree from OU in African American Studies and was in graduate school at UCO. Had a child when she was 22. Blythe is his name. He's a cute little dude. But more of what she was into. She was an artist. She was a jazz musician. She had just started to paint. She was really into creative things and was basically just after a way of communicating to other people that we should just have fun, you know. She was the best at living that I ever knew. She just lived all the time. And she used to say that if everybody in the world did what they enjoyed, then they would become good at it and the world would be a fun place. Do what you enjoy and love it, and then other people will also. Ashlee was 24 years old whenever she was killed by a drunk driver going the wrong way on the highway. Being a jazz musician, she traveled around the state and sang a lot. She went to a lot of nightclubs and bars and played it till 1 and 2 in the morning. And she, on a Friday night, she played her second of 2 gigs in a row at Riverwind. She had one Thursday night and then Friday night, which ended 1:30 Saturday morning. So she sang Happy Feelings at about 1:15 and then got in her car. After we, said see you later, she was going to call me the next day. She got in her car with a friend. She was in the passenger seat. And on the way home, she reclined her chair. She wasn't feeling well. She reclined her chair in the passenger seat, and her friend was driving and looked over to make sure she was okay. And like she always does, she was singing all the time. She did this. And she was singing in the passenger seat with her seat reclined. And whenever he looked up, there was a car going south on the northbound lane, and he only had an instant to react. And he pulled his car off the road, which exposed Ashlee to the car that was oncoming. He had been drinking at a bar and had just finished out his probation for his first DUI. That day, he was celebrating having finished his DUI probation, and did so by drinking more, and then got in a car and got on a highway and drove 4 miles the wrong direction and killed my friend. And that was April 17th at 1:15. When I found out she died, it was 4:15 in the morning. And when I found out, my immediate reaction was to call her. Not because it was her that got hurt, but anytime something big happened, it was Ashlee. Like, Ashlee, what are your thoughts on this issue? This happened today. What are your thoughts? And she's not there now. So my immediate reaction sort of represents the way I live, or at least the way I have lived for a while. And I'm starting to understand now that she's gone, which is a strange thing. One of the ways I try to express it is that she and I shared a lot of moments together, just she and I. We'd go out and just drive around Norman and do ridiculous things, and had a lot of fun. And I thought, at one point I talked to her and said, man, you have a lot of things that you remember that I don't remember, and you keep reminding me of things that I forget about. We had that conversation. And she now is not there to remind me of the things she knows and I don't. So she was a provider of memories that I had lost, and now whatever memories I lost are gone. So that's strange. She's not there to remind me of stuff we shared. I was becoming good friends with not just her, but her family and her son, and that was kind of an intimate part of my circle. And without her there, it's just not the same, you know. I became very good friends with Ashlee, and this was her family. And now her family is great and we hang out, but Ashlee, my friend, the connection isn't there, you know. Blythe is staying with both his dad and Ashlee's mother, who's great, and grandmother, who's great. She also has a younger sister who's a freshman at Norman North, who's playing volleyball very well, actually. And she has another sister who's in school at OU, and they all are, they're all very, very solid. I want Blythe to know that Mom just wanted that for everybody else because she was doing it. She wanted to become a jazz musician, and she became educated while doing it, and she had a job while doing it. She was self-employed. She was finding gigs. She was in graduate school. She was going to become, you know, a monster for good things, and she was going to defeat a lot of bad things. And that's what Ashlee was going to do, Blythe. And now her echo gets to do it. So that's cool. She was in the middle of writing a movie. She had already been in one movie. She was writing another one with the same director. She was gonna be like a crime-fighting, borderline superhero diva. It was gonna be pretty cool. Her band still plays together, and they have side projects and stuff, but there's still a lot of music that's being generated off of Ashlee's inspiration. They're actually, I believe, gonna make a collection of her work. She was a model, so she has thousands and thousands of photos that people have the rights to, so you'll probably see her. You know, she was gorgeous. So I want them to know that, you know, she won. She died, and that's terrible, but people die. And she happened to live a life that ended in a tragic way, but it was victorious. She did it until the day she died. She was singing when she was killed. Crazy. She won. I work with kids on a daily basis who are new decision makers, is the kind of way I see them. They're stepping into this new identity of being a young, independent person that gets to make decisions, and that's cool. They love it. They make decisions all the time now, and they always want to be the one making the decision. And I want to let them know that they're about to have to make some decisions. That Justin made a decision to get in that car. Before that, he made a decision to have his 15th drink of the night, or whatever it was. Before that, he made a decision to drink again after having been convicted of a DUI. Before that, he made a decision that led to a first DUI. He has decisions over and over and over again. He continued to make the wrong one. He treated the world as though his decisions had no consequence, and they did. And Blythe is feeling that now. Jamar is feeling that. And I'm feeling that. And her mom, who raised her and created this magnificent person who I just told you about. His decisions led to her being gone. I want my kids to know that their decisions have a ripple all the time. Whether it's alcohol, which killed Ashlee, when combined with a bad decision, or if it's cocaine, when combined with a bad decision, could kill someone. No matter what it is, stay away from that stuff. Enough. I mean, what do we have to do to communicate that this is bad? This is a dumb thing. So I want them to know that their decisions now are part of the adult world. And I have to live with their decisions just like they do, so make good ones.